Hello everybody, how you doing? I'm up in Rochdale. Oh, it's freezing. Wow. Oh, here we go, look, the brewmaster. Cheers, Wayne. No Thanks a lot, mate. Thanks a lot. Afternoon, Philip. Well, afternoon, James. How we doing? Are we all right? Right, let me get this on. As you can see, I'm here in Rochdale. There's a lot going on in there. I'm going to go have a walk in a minute. Afternoon, Stephen. You're all right. I just passed through Manchester, actually. And as I was going through the town centre, I noticed there was a bit of a yellow vest march going on. I think James Goddard and a few others were down there. To be honest, I didn't film any of it. I kind of spoke to one or two people there because primarily I didn't want to be late for this, which it did make me kind of nearly an hour late, but that's fair enough because the guys are just busy and they're going to be here all day anyway. But this primarily is more important, certainly more important. Now, you're all right. How you doing, James? How you doing? Dolly Daydream, VOH. You all right, guys? Thanks for jumping on. Right, so I'm here. Let me just show you. Look, that's a new sign. There's a lot of excitement building up around this place at the moment. Inside there, it's like a little Aladdin's cave, I tell you. There's so much bric-a-brac. And every week, guys go to a market early in the morning, start selling all the goods. And they're averaging probably a couple of ton a week by doing that. But what they're getting rid of, they're selling it that cheap. So one of the ladies in there was telling me that some of the things that they're selling for like 50p. So it shows how much gear they're actually getting rid of if they're selling it for such a small amount of money, but yet they can raise up to 250 quid. So long may it continue. Open date next week. Next week, Saturday. I'm going to have a good chat with Billy. You can see he's talking to some. These are just two innocent people that have just walked past and they're asking what's going on, you know, what it's all about. So you can see things are moving. Things are definitely moving. So before I go in there, guys, how are you all doing? How's your day going? Everything been going all right? Oh, nice coffee. Hope everything's well. Right, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a quick fag before I go in. Small yellow vest in Blackpool. Okay, how's it looking in Blackpool? Is it positive? Is the message right? The people walking past these yellow vestas know what the hell's going on, because one thing I did notice is that there were people walking past and I could just overhear them say, "Go mate, go for it." I am filming, yeah. You can go round if you want, sir. That's fine. Filming yourself, or are you filming forward? No, I'm filming that, mate. Thank you anyway, sir. Yeah, so people were saying, what's this all about? Because they didn't know. All they see is a load of people running around with yellow vests. Now, the irony is, in Manchester, across, literally 20 yards across from the yellow vestas, James and all the others, there was a load of lefties with yellow vests, stand up to racism, the usual stuff. So it ended in a bit of a shouting match, really. James and others were shouting across to them, they were shouting across to them. Next thing you know, you've got police liaison and getting in the middle. It just seemed a little bit dire. So same again. I felt to myself, well, I could film it, I could actually stream it, but I didn't see the point. I think this is far more important and it's more logical moving forward. This is helping out more than standing in a town centre freezing your nuts off with a yellow vest on when no one knows what it's all about. Now, people might not agree with that, but personally, until it gets some form of direction, I mean, that's the way I feel. I personally felt that these guys in Manchester would have been better off coming up here, helping out, actually moving something forward. I mean, look at these. There's no yellow vest here, but look, people are walking past and talking. Look, Billy's been there for the past 10 minutes with these guys. So it's amazing work that they're doing. So I just don't get it. I just don't get why. I mean, I know now. I'll tell you now that I will put this stream on YouTube and the views will be pretty low considering the talking point. But yet, the sensationalised yellow vest movement that's got no direction and it's all over the place will get loads of views because of the actual sensationalized material in it. But it's not doing anything. This is doing something. So what are they selling? Well, they're selling all kinds of stuff, mate. Just bits of brick and brack that have been donated, you know, bits of stuff. And I've not told Billy yet, but I've got 15 quid here from my potty mouth streams when I can't help but get all council estate. So I'm giving him 15 quid out of my own pocket here. So there you go, that's what happens when you've got a potty mouth and you can't control yourself. You know what I mean? So I'll just finish this. Start PAG UK taxi firm. Why not? So there's loads of different initiatives. I mean, like I say, when Billy's finished talking, I'm going to go over and have a proper chat with him. Because for next week, the open day, which is going to be, let me look at the date, the 2nd of February, and the open date is from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. So it's going to be a long day, but they've got all kinds of things going on, face painting and tombola and raffles, a thing. You know, there's going to be tea and coffee. There's going to be arts and crafts. So there's loads of stuff going on. Certainly loads of stuff going on. Look, you can see people are like, what's this? What's this? We don't have anything like this in Rochdale. Maybe I should come along next week. So I don't know what to expect next week. I'm hoping it's going to be lively. Bit of music, bit of dancing. You know what I mean? Bit of a carnival atmosphere. Get everyone to just look, as if to say, PAG is here. PAG is here. Go over and ask them to say a few words. What are you referring to me there, my friend, in terms of these people that are at the front door? I don't know whether they want filming, to be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, I could. But I don't just want to jump in and shove a camera in the face, you know what I mean? Like some kind of paparazzi. People are like, what the? So we got some survivors in there. Oh, look, Wayne is bombing cars with flyers. Why would paedophiles be against grooming? They're the groomers. Well, I tell you what, now we're talking about paedophiles, right? There's another lady in there called Gemma. Now, I'm not going to put Gemma on the stream because what she's got to talk about, I'm going to do a hard recorded interview with her. Yeah? Because what she's detailing, I'll tell you now so you can look at the next upload. What she's detailing is what she mistakenly uncovered is an international paedophile ring that was operating through Facebook. Yeah. Now, she's give that information to the police. The police have told her to go to 101 and phone 101. So you give them information that really shows a paedophile ring that's running right round the globe. And because of our police situation at the moment, instead of them being sat at the desk and actually looking like they give a shit, that's another quid. That's 16 quid Owen. They told her to go and ring 101. So she literally went out of the police station, sat in her car and rung 101 to tell him about evidence that has crept up from one profile to another profile to another profile to another profile that has shown that possibly through a child modelling site that photos are being distributed in a paedophilic manner. And say again, pal? No, not at all, mate, not at all. Oh, nice one, pal. Whoa, here we go. Yeah, buddy. No, cheers, mate. Nice one. Whoa, hey. Yeah, we are indeed. Wow, look at that. Hey, on the same page. I'm loving that. Loving it. That's what you call a good positive response. Right, so I'll go over in a sec, guys. Here we go, Billy. Here he is, the man himself. He's just given me a PAG t-shirt as well. I've got my own PAG t-shirt. How cool am I? That was good. That was just totally spontaneous, that wasn't it, Billy?
There's been about 30 of them a day. No, I'm not making up. We've had veterans been in again today. We've had a homeless guy who was kitted out in a coat and jeans and that this morning. You know what I mean? He left in here, was happy. He came in dressed as...
Alright, mate. Let's see what's some comments.
That's what he was sat on the high street dressed.
Thank you, Kerry. Who's this chap?
This chap was sat on the high street. He was, as you can see, the weather's not great. It's freezing. He had holes in his coat. He had a pair of jeans on that were waist was 40, size 40 waist. Just down in a dump, sat there cold, shivering. So I just said to him, "Come on." Luckily, someone had just donated a load of clothes, a couple of coats like ours, you know, like this. So he's walking around one of these on there.
Oh, wow.
I don't think he's even bothered sat there to beg it. I think he's just happy he's got what he's got. He's
got another layer.
He's got a pair of jeans, coat, jumper and a t-shirt. So
oh,
he was
wow.
made up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can do that once a day, then it's with me opening the door, isn't it?
Of course it is, mate. That's what this walking centre is all about.
Get a cigarette and I'll go for an hour.
Go for it, mate. Go for it. Right, Billy's off and he's going to come back in a second. We'll have a proper chat. In fact, it's starting to pee down here now. Right. Oh, cheers, Candy. Cheers. You alright, buddy? Right, here we are in the PAG HQ. Look at all this. Look at all this. There's some empty wardrobes round Rochdale now, isn't there, mate?
Oh, mate, Rochdale people have been absolutely amazing. They've donated. Which has helped us pay the rent bill, to be honest. We've done. The only thing is, well, I'm sat every Sunday on a car boot. I'm not doing what I'm good at.
Yeah.
And that's...
It's holding you back in a way, but it's keeping you afloat at the same time.
That's it. It's needed. I can't do this without doing that, you know.
Certainly.
I'd rather not have to do this, you know. I'd rather just get on with what... We've got caseloads and caseloads to sort out. And since 7th of December, since we've got the key, ours took a little bit of a back, you know. We're still doing our work, we're still working with people, we're still doing our peer-to-peer, we're still doing our patrols, sort of, not like we normally do.
Yeah.
But I want to get back to that, that's my bread and butter, you know what I mean?
But you can only do that when you know this is in safe hands in terms of the money.
I mean, I've got the people who are going to come in, but it's the money is getting, you know, it's free. I worked out our overheads are 470.
Right.
That's gas, electric. That's F5 because we're going to have to have the phone line in, just with wireless. So gas, electric, phone, wire, rent. That's all I want to cover. I'm not asking for state-of-the-art computers. I'm not asking. We've had a gentleman from PC, the PC guy he's called. He's coming in. He's given us a full system.
Really?
He's coming in to fit it all up for us. So we've got a full system here. You know,
free of charge?
Yeah, free of charge. Yeah.
Wow.
So you know that's nice. That's very nice.
Brilliant.
And we've got a few bits of computers and monitors. He's going to fix them up as well. So we've got a good network of computers.
Right. So he's basically got like reconditioned computers that he's prepared to install and put in for you.
Same with the security
Blinded.
system. That's you know been donated by Mark. Camera systems.
Yeah, you need that.
I mean, I need all that. I need, you know. So it's the carpet was £200, which is less than half price, thanks to Feel Good Flooring.
Feel Good Flooring.
Feel Good Flooring. He came in, fitted it for free.
Right.
I've only had to pay something for the carpet, but then he's donated per month £25 a month towards the cause, and then he came in and gave us a £40 cash donation as well.
Wow.
So in all, it cost us £160, but we'll get that back over the next 6
Definitely, he's giving you the money back in slow drip.
Back,
oh wow!
So I'll be having these companies, and then you've got Dwayne from Expert who does their uniforms. He does it at cost for us.
Right.
So you know he's done us a really good favour and done us a load of good gear. Donation cash wise, so his name will be up there. You've got Rochdale Signs, who's done their sign which you can see outside, which is absolutely made up with it.
I'm buzzing that's up now.
Yeah, I'm made up with it. I cried.
Really?
It sounds a bit soft, that, doesn't it? But
no, but
I knew it had done and I'd seen the pictures of it up. But when I came in, because I was off for a couple of days poorly, so when I came in, I was stood outside on my own. And it was early doors, known about, and so I looked up and felt a bit, you know what I mean? Because that's been my idea for.
It's your dream, innit?
Yeah, of course, mate.
Mate, well, speaking of drip money, I've got to say this because I'll end up forgetting. Right, is everyone watching? Yeah, the old paper money. That
Thank you, Phil.
is because of my potty mouth. I've had 2 streams where I've had a swear jar. Okay, and every time I've got a little bit irate, the odd potty word has come out. So because of it, I've every time I've swore, I've put a £1 in, and that's accumulated to that. That's gone straight in your pocket.
Seeing as you're doing that, we've got a swear jar now. Did you hear that?
What's that?
£15 off Phil there. He's had a swear jar, and every time he sweared on his video, he's put a £1 in, and it's come to £15.
There you
and
go.
he's donated
Well,
it to PAG UK.
In reality, it should be probably more. Let's just leave it at 15 for now.
Yeah, but we're gonna have a swear
Is that
jar,
for,
innit?
that for the potlight? Yeah.
Yeah,
How you doing, Phil? Are you okay?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right.
Not bad. Yeah.
Yes, I'm feeling very positive, and I'm
Getting
looking.
there, we're handing all these leaflets out now and everything.
Is that what you're doing? Are you having a walk round?
Yeah, handing them out and everything else, and just for the open day Saturday.
Yes.
And they're happy about it as well. They're looking at it and thinking, this is what we need and things like that in the town, and they're happy about it. You know what I mean? Which is.
So you're getting a good response from people that you're giving the leaflets. They're not just taking it and going, all right.
We get the odd one or two
Right.
who like golden, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But most of them, you know what I mean, are having a look when you hand over to them and saying, what a good job you're doing.
Every time I come here, there's always strangers knocking on the door. And they're always inquiring on what this is about, and they stand there for a good while
Yeah, they do.
having a conversation about it. So that says something, doesn't it?
It is, absolutely. We had a guy in there before, this homeless guy in there before, and he was shaking mad and everything like that. To give him a coat, a jumper, a pair of jeans, I'll do it with. And he was dead happy about it, you know what I mean? It was an absolute mess, you know what I mean? But let's look at him though like that, it's bad, you know what I mean? But we give him, like I said, the coat, and jeans and everything else, and he was happy, wasn't
Do
he?
you not mind me asking you a few questions while you're on camera?
Of course, yeah.
So, Wayne's been with us now since, I'd say, since Speaker's Corner. You've been on board since, we've been speaking since Speaker's Corner,
Yeah.
haven't we? Speaker's Corner. August. Wayne's now a massive part of my team, and I don't think the team would cope without him. But I've seen the difference it's been for him as a person. On a personal
Wayne's a
level.
survivor, isn't he?
Yeah. Wayne is a survivor and a good survivor. He has his ups and downs, as we all do.
I do.
But the buddy system that we've got in place now with Survivors Matt is really working for him. For me, you know, he's just for example, he got a little bit upset the other day, phoned me up
Yesterday,
sorted within half an hour, you know.
Yeah, it was a bit of a bad way, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you know, that's ups and downs, but he had somewhere to go, Phil. He had someone to speak to, he
That's
had
the
somewhere
point.
to help. And
Without this,
without
where
this-
would you be, Wayne?
stood at mine being spoken to like he was being.
Exactly.
Can I just speak to this gentleman?
Go for it, mate.
I'm not aware of being though, do you know what I mean? And I've got my mum and my dad, of course, and everything like that, and I do ring them up. But they're getting on a bit now, and I don't know what I'm minding them all the time. With my issues. But, you know, all I've got to do just pick it up and, you know, and have a chat.
Having that support base means so much, doesn't it,
It
Wayne?
is actually, yeah, it's massive.
Because you're left on your own without it.
Yeah.
In trauma, thinking, you know, the world's letting me down, no one wants to know.
Go?
Yeah,
When
exactly.
we're gonna ring,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because there's nothing around here. There's just nothing. You know, and it's got to happen. Do you know what I mean? It's like everybody is welcome. You know, we've got our numbers on the business sold cards as well. You know, we've got our numbers on there. You know, they can ring us anytime they like if they want to chat or anything else. You know what I mean? And you know, like I said, have my good days, have the bad days. You know what I mean? Phil? You know what I mean? It's not always up.
Yeah.
Oh shit, was, but it's not. And with my health as well, you know what I mean? Have my good days and the bad days. When I'm bad, I'm at home and I rest. On the good days I get out up in here and help
But this
out.
is a testimony that people who I feel privileged in that sense because I've not gone through anything that you've gone through.
Yeah.
So your testimony means so much to people like me and people on this stream who can actually go, right, even though I'm prepared to stand at a march and go, this is wrong, this is wrong, I've still no idea of how you feel and what it meant for you to go through what you've gone through. So this testimony and you just telling the truth and just being honest, you know, it's one way of making the penny drop with people that, one, why this PAG is all about, and two, what actually goes on with survivors per se.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just a word. There's actually something that's gone on. There's something mentally that they've got to carry with them ever since that episode.
Yeah.
And then the lack of the support and everything
Yeah.
else that goes on top
Yeah,
of it.
adds on. It adds up. Go from jobs after jobs after jobs, relationships after relationships. It absolutely messes all that up. It does, and it does actually recognise, and it's got to stop. And that's why us are here to stop that from a child going through that shit, and then getting older. It's in there, and they're getting like no help, and they're going through jobs after jobs, being locked up, alcoholism, you know, smoking coke and things like that, and blah blah blah, you know, and it just adds up all the time.
Because they'll use that as some form of an escape mechanism.
Yeah, but that's what they're doing, you see, and that's what they do. You know what I mean? They say, you know, they get pissed up all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they can't cope.
And yeah, obviously all they want to do is forget.
Yeah, yes.
That's why they drink, I think.
Certainly.
You know what I mean? And
But then when they get into that state, the straw man's built that if a guy's staggering up the street,
Yeah.
no one wants to listen to his survivor story. All they see is, look at him, he's pissed up.
that's all
So
it's-
then the argument's gone and no one's prepared to literally listen to him.
what's wrong with that guy?
You know, 3 months later, he could be sat with a paper cup on the street, but still no one wants
Yeah.
to listen because, look, now he's a crackhead.
Exactly.
And it's like, well, what's got him to that?
How's he got there?
Why
How's
aren't
he
we
on the
helping him?
streets?
Why can't we give him
The
an
guy
hand?
who walked in before, how was he on the streets? How's that happened? What's happened? You know what I mean? It just gets them though to come in, to sit him down and have a chat with them. And they'll probably say, yeah, look, when I was a child, I was abused, and this is why, blah blah blah, or you know what I mean? Just don't know what they'll do with them.
Certainly, mate,
Just
certainly.
don't know. There's always a reason why he sat in the streets.
Everyone's got a story.
Freezing.
Everyone's
You know
got
what
a
I mean?
story, yeah.
Come here, he was shaking like that. I was heartbroken before. I was heartbroken because you know, to see that, it's not nice.
No, it's not, mate.
It's not nice.
But morality-wise, you've done everything you can. And
Of
that guy
course.
knows now that he's got a place where he can come.
He wants to chat or anything like that.
He
you know
wants a
what I mean?
brew, whatever, you know.
Coffee.
Imagine what that would have done to him to give him a new set of clothes and a coat
Yeah.
when he's in the dire straits that he's in.
His eyelids up. You know, his eyelid up. Do you know what I mean? It's,
I know.
You know, just a bit of clothes, just like that, and just that hand over,
You know,
and to say, look, it was really thank you, really, thank you. You know what I mean? And
humbled him.
humbled him. Really did. And us and all. Do you know what I mean? It
Yes,
does.
knowing that you're getting satisfaction out of helping
Yeah,
someone.
yeah.
And that's what this very walking
And
centre
this
is
is
all
what
about.
it's for as well, do you know what I mean? It's not for people who's been abused. It's for people, the homelessness, and people who's alcoholism, drug abuse, things like that. We've got workers as well. It's coming and helping. You know, we have all that counsellors and things like that. We have all that as well, you know. So we've got professionals on the books, you know what I mean? So which is good, really. You know what I mean? So they know what they're talking about, don't they?
Of course they do.
You know what I mean? So it's good.
What role are you going to be playing next week on the open day?
I don't know really. I'm just walking around really, just meet and greet in it and have a chat about what we're doing and things like that. Really, do you know what I mean? And helping out with the arts group and everything like that, and you know, kids in and the drawing and stuff like that. It'll be good next week.
Yeah, it should be lively.
It'll be hammered in here, so I don't
Yeah.
know what we're going to do with it all that.
Well, yeah, I know,
No,
yeah.
but it's not raining though.
I
you know what
know,
mean? So
because we could do with maybe pushing a little bit out on the street a little bit with what's going on and get a bit of
I
an
just hope
atmosphere
it's
going.
quite nice. I know it's cold out there. But,
Yeah.
But I just hope it's not going to be raining.
When is Rochdale ever warm, Wayne?
It's always
Seriously? What's going on up here?
cold. High up, aren't we? It's high up.
Bloody hell, I'll say. Getting nosebleeds every time I get the tram up here.
Freezing. It is cold. It is cold. up
I love
here.
the place,
And
but
have a
my
night time
God.
as well. I like
Yeah.
the homelessness are like sleeping on the streets.
Exactly.
Imagine that.
What they're going through. Yeah,
I've done that to myself. I've never been homeless. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Well, thank God. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know what that's like. You know. And Manchester, although my lad works down in Manchester, ridiculous. They're all over the floor.
I passed the amount I passed going through just to get on the tram today.
I lost count.
I know, it's a
You know what
shame.
I mean?
It's an absolute shame.
Especially in Manchester, it's horrendous. It should not be happening at all.
I seen tag vans when I first got off the bus. There was about 3 tag vans, and I'm thinking, what the hell's going on here? Because tag vans, they're there for a specific
course
reason.
they are, yeah.
So then as I walk round, I see some yellow vestas. I think, oh, right, that's why they're there,
Yeah.
because they're vilifying these yellow vestas. The irony is, within 6 feet of that tag van, there's 2 duvets on the floor with guys that are homeless that are underneath it.
Yeah.
That's how disparaging it is. The police didn't do nothing. They sat on their ass in the van, just waiting to grab these Nazis. But yet, these geezers, I'm not saying that you should put them in the van and whatever, but you know, do you just literally, oh, well, I'm just doing my job, I'll just leave them on the floor? I don't know.
Open the churches, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The churches on at the night time. you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's wrong.
Let
So
them in.
wrong.
Let them in for cover. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. The more you look at it, mate, the more it kind of does do your head in when
Yeah.
you see how disparaging. But anyway, I don't want to get
I've
too
been in
solemn on it.
hospice and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not nice in there. But, you know, I coped and everything though.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I had a roof over my head.
Good.
You know what I mean? But, yeah.
And it's
bad.
helped you.
Yeah, it's bad it is.
But
It's bad.
on a positive vibe,
Files are here.
yeah.
On the open day, next Saturday. All
Right.
welcome.
Let me fill me up. Right. Here, guys, this is all the information you need. Okay? Parents Against Grooming, open day, 10 till 5, Saturday the 2nd, 138 Yorkshire Street, Rochdale, which is on the main kind of high street,
High
isn't it,
Street,
really?
yeah.
Just further up. You've got tombola, face painting, raffle, arts and crafts, retro arcade. What's going on there with the retro arcade?
I rented it out for my brother.
Is it?
Yeah, he rents them out. That's what my brother does.
What, the old school games?
Yeah, 2000
Oh,
games.
yes, I...
Boy,
What's that next week? Look forward to that.
Oh, I'm...
full money, and it's free.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have a little donation bucket for those who can afford it, but it's for everyone.
All right, mate, I'll be
Yeah,
bringing
good.
my pound coins. Football table, is that foosball?
Oh, he's picked it up this week, don't we?
Foosball?
From down
Yes,
there.
you know I'm good at that, don't you?
Yeah, I'm champ, mate.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
Right.
matter champion.
So we could have a bit of a sponsored kind of match, couldn't we? I think we should. Yeah, definitely.
It'll be good, that. It'll be good.
So Dan, the shatter boy, my boy Dan, he's donated that football table from his house. You've seen it, haven't you? Been
That's right.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
singing when I beat him on it, you know. Remember when I beat him and become survivor champion, Dan?
Oh, we're getting personal now. I think he'll be spitting his dummy out and coming picking up the table in a
You
minute.
won't be giving it to
Do one. There's only one champ here. Oh, right. So this is all positive stuff.
It is.
Loving
it is.
this.
Yeah, it is, of course.
So we've got buffet, tea and coffee. Any queries, contact Billy. That's Billy PAG, and there's the number there. Yeah, he's always welcome. He's always he'll always accommodate you. Yes, without a doubt. So basically, that's where we're going with it. Any last things you want to say, mate? Because I'm gonna probably end it
So
shortly.
let's cover what we're doing with the centre so far. So far we've had a veteran in off the street. He was jumped getting off the tram here in Rochdale. He was on the live video. Loads of these wall lads beating him up.
Really?
Yeah. I'll try and find a live video and I'll try and tag you in it. And it triggered something in him which he'd not felt since he'd been released, which was the PTSD. So when he came here the first time, he was all over the place. He was confused. He was scared. He was too scared to walk up and down the street. He just wanted help. So I got in touch with Minds at War, Tony Forden. And Tony's got a couple of other guys involved, so now they're constantly working with the family. He's just moving to Liverpool this week to a veterans centre or something in Speak, and he came in yesterday and he was like a different guy, you know what I mean? So just because that door was open, we've helped him a little bit, you know, even though
Build his confidence
we've
back up.
referred him on to somebody who's working in that area. We're not professionals in that area, but these guys are. And with the fact that he had a door to walk through to be able to get to that point, which he wasn't at already, you know, it makes my day. Stuff like that's what it's about for me, helping those people. It's the same. We've had there was a sting in Rochdale yesterday of a gentleman called Lee Thompson. Alias, he had an alias. Do you want to look on? So this guy is arranged to meet a 13-year-old girl. He did it last week, but he got spooked and got off. But he turned up again this week to meet the same girl. Not so much spooked. Anyway, it was a local hunting team that met him. Well, I've had a lady come to me this morning saying this guy has been making contact with her 11-year-old daughter. So not only is it being done online, he's actually made the manoeuvres in person. You know, so...
He's not scared off in any way then, is he?
Well, he's in jail now, so...
Good.
Because they stung him and he's a re-offender also. So, yeah, I'd like you to show him about because he's a nasty piece of work, you know what I mean? And he's on these streets here in Rochdale walking around talking.
Does he live in Rochdale or does he just frequent?
Yeah, he lives in
right.
Rochdale, he's local. I can't give his address out. But
No, I
he
don't want to
lives
expect you to. Right.
He's been remanded, he was in court today. I don't know what's going on from court today. I don't know if he's been bailed or what.
Right.
But his name's Lee Thompson.
Right.
Just let me double check because I don't want to give you the wrong name and just...
Hilton, I think. Is it Paul Hilton? That's it, isn't it? Yeah.
No,
Right.
So,
Yeah.
And how old is he, do you know?
He's
42.
42 when he was trying to get in touch with an 11-year-old, 13-year-old kid.
child, yeah.
A re-offender as well, Phil, he is. Re-offender.
Really? Wow.
So you find the post though, so I can
Yeah,
show you
no,
guys.
but this shows what PAG's all about, really,
That's
because
it,
you're on
yeah.
it.
You know, the
Re-offending
moment today were like, well,
all-
what do I do? What do I do? I said, well, you're going to have to get in touch with the police because you could be evidential to another child he's made contact with,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
this is the type of stuff I've always done, you know?
Oh, I know. And what are the council doing about this? The usual scenario, isn't it?
Let's have a look.
And by the way, you have invited the council for next week, haven't you, Billy?
Yes, they've all been invited. I've only had few replies from the UKIP team. They came back to me pretty much within an hour. I've not had a reply from any other party member or any other MPs as yet. But
Right.
they only went out yesterday, so...
Right. But you can safely say that they've all been informed. So if they don't choose to come, then that's on them, innit?
Right, here we go. So, Lee Thompson, 42, Rochdale. Stings was the one who stung him. His real name is Paul Michael Hilton, convicted reoffender, 42, no longer alive. So, this guy, I'm going to show you a little bit of the video. I'm going to skip it on a bit so you can see. I'm not going to show it you all. This is on PAG UK page for all who wants to watch full video.
What the fuck is that about? Get yourself a fucking blow up doll or something. Don't fuck about with kids.
So this is the guy.
This is the man.
Right.
This
Do you know
guy
what?
was here to meet
You're
a
gonna
real
get fucked
child.
for it this time. Proper. You're gonna get fucked for it, are you? You know that. We know that. And you're gonna come out again. And what the fuck's gonna happen that time? You're gonna do it again. Do you think you're gonna do it again when you
Look
come
at the
out?
size.
No, I can't do it.
You can't do it, but he's
You're
actually
gonna
stood
go,
there.
did you?
So this is, don't forget, this guy's a re-offender, so he says he can't do it when he comes out again. He said that last time, possibly. When he was sat in his workshop, but we're not looking for rehabilitating paedophiles all over the country.
You had an inkling, didn't you, then?
There's no chance. Now, this guy knew there was something wrong,
No.
yet he still continued to work for the child just in case. It was with the risk for this guy.
Well, that's the worrying thing, that it's that his lust is that insatiable that he actually doesn't see the danger. That shows how much his brain is rewired in the wrong way. That
2 weeks he had left on his license.
2 weeks left on
2
his
weeks
licence.
left on
and he
his
couldn't
licence.
help himself.
No.
Just don't put her on camera.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it's all right.
Will you scrub that, will you?
Well, it's a live stream.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay.
Yeah, sorry, it was a split second. Sorry about
No
that.
worries, no worries.
But yeah. So now everyone knows.
Who
So
he is, yeah, and when he moves to your town, because he won't get back to Rochdale, there's too many people not happy with him, so I'm standing with him again, I'm not doing that, I got a scary for that last time, I'm not yet.
No.
Some pictures of me, I'm in that
Oh.
Niagara event, and I had that picture and we stood there with it, Phil like that.
And the Lucasade bottle as well.
yeah, the Lucasade bottle, that was quite amusing.
Remember that?
It's like, what are you doing with that Lucasade bottle, Billy?
Could have my Superman outfit on.
Hey, look at this! Look at this! I dare you to pull that off while legging it down the high street.
Yeah, alright, yeah.
Are you going to sponsor him?
Yeah, I'll give him another 15 quid for that. Right, so
My sheriff's hat on.
I know, yeah. Right, before I end this stream, guys, I'm going to ask anyone now who wants to comment, who's got any questions or anything they
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
ask, any of the survivors or Billy. in regards to next week or just generally before I end the stream. So I'm going to give you a minute to get yourself sorted and kind of put a question out. I'll roll it to Billy.
Can I just point out, for
You can.
anyone wishing to donate, can get in touch with you, and you can put the GoFundMe link on there. I hate asking people for money, Phil. I really do despise it, because look, we're trying to earn it without having to ask for money, but you know, the longer we can pay the rent, the more secure we can be, and the more helping people in Rochdale, and not just Rochdale, like I said, Morecambe, Lancaster, Manchester, Salford, Liverpool. They're coming from everywhere for here, because they know. We had a guy from Liverpool at Peer to Peer last week.
Right.
And he said he's been going to these things for a long time. He says, this is the first time I've been in a place where I feel welcome, safe, and it's warmth. And I really love it, you know what I mean? It's great.
Right.
Hi.
We've had a question, well, two questions, but one was, oh Jesus, what, I think it was something like, what made you start all this, Billy?
So, okay, 2014, I'm a survivor of abuse myself first and foremost, but that's not why I started PAG UK. Being part of PAG UK convinced me that it's time for me to come forward about my abuse, but the original reason why I got involved with grooming gangs, because they groomed my daughter. In 2014, my daughter was being groomed by a local gang. I went to the police, to an officer called Sarah Quick, who told me it's all in my head, who told me I have no evidence, told me nothing's going to be done. I thought, nonsense. So I went and I got footage myself, I got names, I got registration plates, and I got the Tariq shut down in Milnrow, Rochdale. It was shut down, there was jail for 4 years, one of them lived on the end of my street. And that's, I thought, I'm good at this. So we formed PAG UK.
But you've channeled your anger in a positive way that's actually proactive.
Don't get me wrong, it's took me 8 years to do that.
No, I know, because I can imagine at the beginning, just rage.
If I'd have caught my hands on him, I'd probably beat him up, well, I don't mind admitting, but now, and then you see the faces in the dock, and that's more satisfying than the, because, you know, their lives are ruined, you know, going to jail for being a paedophile. I'm happy with that. But yeah, that's why I started. We've evolved over the years. It started where we was just doing online stuff, you know, supporting people through chat. You know, mums and dads who were struggling with their children, telling them, well, from my experience, this is how I dealt with it, and trying to help them deal with it in a calm way. I said the other day, it's like, we can all snap, shake, scream and shout, bang your chest, rip your shirt off, you know. But what I needed to do, instead of screaming and shouting at my daughter, pushing her away, I needed to get a grip of her, pull her into me, kiss her on the forehead and tell her she's safe now. And it took me a few years to learn that, but when I did, me and my daughter were like that now. Do you know what I mean? At the time there, we was like that, you know. So I felt my reactions to that being so high rate was pushing her further towards these gangs. When I did a parenting course.
Okay.
Online, I did a parenting course online, and it kind of said to me, an angry parent is not an effective parent. So I took the leap out of the book, and it worked. It really does work. So sit down, talk to your kid. That's what I did. All my kids all now fully clued up on grooming, so it's not an issue I have to worry about anymore. All right, there's a bit dodgy online stuff, you know. Kids will be very scared when they're online. They know no one's going to check the devices, but you can better believe I check my kid. Even with 20-year-old, I check her device. You know what I mean? So they know. I don't have to worry about it, because I know they'll come to me with anything. In the time, you know, one of the friends have been in trouble, they've come to me and said, I'd look, this isn't right. And I've been able to go and speak to parents and get that sorted. I've done that 4 or 5 times. We've done it together, haven't we? In the past, me and Gemma, because their daughters are pretty much the same age, hang about together, so you know, we came to each other and we worked it, and we got someone caught. He ended up getting sting, the lad in his house. So you know, I forgot his name. He got away with it anyway, though, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He got away with it anyway. But we took him, we tracked him to the front door. That's how we knew, you know. And he got away with it. But that's through our kids. That was our kids coming home saying, I know this girl at school. It's all about awareness, curiosity, parental curiosity. If you see something that's not right, 9 times out of 10 it isn't. Take a picture, take a register's plate. Contact a group like PAG UK, let us do some work on it, you know. We'll go and sit outside the guy's house, we'll go and sit outside the school, we'll go and sit outside the takeaway, we'll plant teams all around the village just to watch what's going on, and we'll log it and we'll log it and we'll log it, and when we see something that we can use, we'll go straight to the police and we'll have them arrested, you know. So that's the way we were trying to work.
Positive, proactive.
Proactive. Now, We're in a time here, especially up the north of England. Sorry
One
to-
second, mate. Mac Tavish is asking where can he donate. Now, apparently, Great Brit has put a link up on this stream. So I think, Mac, if you look somewhere on this stream, here we go. Great Brit's put a link. PAG UK. Nice one. Cheers, Great Brit. Great Brit's on it, mate.
Thank you, guys.
He's a star.
That'll help us no end.
One last question as well. Someone says, do you get any other? How else do you make your money other than what you're doing here?
It's just do little fundraisers like
Yeah.
on the open day. We're going to have a tombola. We're going to have a retro arcade. So there's 2,000 games on these arcades. They're absolutely wonderful. You know what I mean? So my brother from Greater Manchester hot tub buyer. So he has hot tubs, bouncy castles, arcade machines, and then I've got a cousin who does candy, push candy carts, hot dog carts, and all that. So, so I'm going to get them in on the day, like
Excellent.
So the retro arcades got Wonder Boy, all the games, guys. Wonder Boy, Paper Boy, So I'm going to have a look at buying one for in here to keep in here.
Yeah.
But obviously, they're expenses we don't want to have to use.
Yeah.
More important things to pay. I've got 3 years tenancy agreement. Every penny I get will go straight to the rent to pay off that 3 years. Yeah, I won't stockpile any money saying, "Oh, I'll pay the rent next week." The first 15 grand will pay the rent. After that, we'll pay the gas, electric, phone lines.
Yeah.
After that,
Running
we'll
costs.
start buying things for the walls. Start buying desk for downstairs. Because I don't really show them downstairs. Like, but we've got an office down there. What's going to be our office? I've also got to have a kitchen built, so that's going to be costly, So, but then things are not as important as getting this and getting that door
Just
open.
get it open. And then
that's
you can.
That's our main aim, is to get the front door open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So are you feeling optimistic for next week? I bet you can't wait now.
Can't
can you?
wait. It's going to be a really busy week this week, though.
Yeah, I
So,
can
It's
imagine.
going to be snowed under. But everyone's in, so. Yeah, we're going to be snowed under because I've got. That's just putting Dawn wall up. Dawn's wall. So Dawn is a survivor of abuse. She's a poet and she's an artist. You've met Dawn.
Dawn Bland, yeah.
she's
Lovely
absolutely
lady.
cool. So what Dawn's done for me is she's been sending me. If I can find them, if you bear with me. It's Dawn's pictures on that back table. Is there some pictures on that table?
Right, I've just got a question here from Great Brit. Ask, do you have a guide for parents in terms of your logical way of thinking of how to navigate all this? Have you got anything written down or
No, if you go
any
to
booklet?
paguk.org.
Okay.
Is it on there? I bet I'll put it on. It's on the card. It's on the card. So if you look at this, guys, www.paguk.org. If you go on there, there's a drop-down menu of all the ways of grooming can be spotted, how you can react to them. So we've had all that put on the website, and that's active now. So if you struggle, and guys, feel free to inbox us. I can talk anyone through it. I can talk. And there's another way. If you're interested, I can put the link up later on. It's called PACE, the PACE website, where we've all done it. It's a course that you can do that alerts you to the signs of grooming as a parent. It's a free course. It's free. You just go on. You've just got to log in, register for the site, and away you go doing. You get a little certificate at the end.
Okay.
So it's worth doing, guys, because it gives you that one step, and it helps you be better when you're doing your community understanding and community.
Well, that's the major word. It's all about understanding, isn't it?
Yeah,
How
of course
to
it
tackle
is.
it
I
properly.
mean, for example, I don't know if everyone read Bubba Kate's story yesterday.
I don't know.
Kate Harris, NEC representative for UKIP.
Right.
She posted up her story yesterday. Very brave lady. I absolutely take me hat off to the girl. She's publicly told us her story. She's publicly told. And a gentleman came on and he was telling her, you knew what you was doing at 13-year-old. You moved in with this guy. You did this, you did that. I've quite kind of made it popular because it was really victim blaming. So yeah, some of these people do exist where we have to tell them what grooming is and what it's about. And a child can be conditioned at 13 years old, so they're doing things into what she wouldn't normally do. That's not her being a silly girl, that's her being groomed. That's what grooming is. It's conditioning a child to do something you want her to do, whether it's sell drugs, whether it's for sex, anything. So we've got to change that attitude.
It's a drip process, isn't it?
It is. We've got
so
to
slowly.
nationwide. We have to change that attitude because of that attitude, there's still children going today without justice, without support, because of that attitude, because it was her own fault. No child is at fault for being abused, ever. No matter what she wears, no matter what she says, no matter what she does, she doesn't deserve to be groomed. And there's a lot of people in this country that still.
Well, people have got to realise where the fault lies, because if I, as a 48-year-old person, decide to go out there now and manipulate some young kid to do something on my behalf, that's my issue, that's not them. You can't then go, well, this guy, oh, well, you know, he's good with his word to give me money, so it's partly my fault. It's not. The buck stops with me as an individual that should have known bloody better.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you this guy's comments, in fact. So let me quickly find them. There we go.
Okay. So as you can see, guys, Billy and Pag, they're all on it. They're on it.
We're getting. I think I've said before, we have 1 case a day.
Right? Bloody hell.
That's gone, mate. It's 3 or 4.
You know, and you think the council... one point I will say as well, the council have waived the business rates. Is that right? Is that what you were saying before?
Yeah, that's the letter. Where's the letter? There we go. Hey, check this out, guys. I'll show you that in a minute, but I need to show you this. So, we was in the building for 2 weeks, and we received a bill of £964 on the business rates. Okay, so when we phoned up, they said, well, we won't be able to squash it all. You'll have to pay that a month. Yeah, which kind of works out at that a year. So I argued with them. I said, well, let's get to court and let's argue out in court.
Well done, lad.
Yeah? Let's argue out in court.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to.
Yeah, because you know, once you get in court, you can rip a new one right in front of them.
Yeah. I've asked them. They're calling me when I explore something like Sarajevo slander. Take me to court, please. Take me to court. I'll stand in the door.
One last point. Danny texted me the other day and said Mike had seen Sarah in a supermarket.
Tesco.
Yeah?
In Tesco, yeah.
No, he did. He spoke to her. Yeah, he spoke to her. She said to him, and I'll tell you exactly what she said. This has been passed on by Mike Dartlight. She said to Mike, I'm a bit snowed under the cosh at the minute because I've had discipline over what's been said already. Started crying and then said to him, once the election's gone, I'll think about.
Once the election's gone.
Exact words to Mike. Once the election.
Once I'm secure, then I might come over and think about it, but...
We don't want you, Sarah, now, that's it.
She's done. She's done.
She was done then, for me.
Yeah. No, she's shown herself.
Yep.
She's more worried. Well, that smells to me that she's more worried about her own position rather than the moral thing. But yet she's the one that come out on this moral. Oh look, I'm crying. Ain't the world bad? Free girls, this, that, and the other.
Some of the girls that she wasn't what she's portrayed herself.
Well, I've told you this. I've told you this, Anna.
Yeah.
I've got the emails.
Yeah.
But there's more come forward.
But
since.
she's gaining all the popularity from it, isn't she?
There's more girls since the footage have come forward and said the same thing.
Right.
You know, since we released the videos,
Really?
more have come forward and said the same thing.
Right.
One last week.
Right.
So we knew this already, but it's nice to hear it from the girls.
Well, it's validation, isn't it? Validation. Right, guys, I'm going to get going because there's a lovely lady here called Gemma that I've really got to talk to, and a story's going to knock your socks off. It really is. So next week, this is it. Remember, if you want to donate anything you can, the Great Brit, being the great guy he is put a link up on the page. When I get home, I will further put a link up somewhere.
Say one more thing.
Say what you got to say, mate.
So, guys, all welcome. Please, I'd like you all to come to the open day, guys. Come and see for yourself what the good work we're doing, guys. And hopefully, soon I'll have a major announcement about Midlands and PAG UK. But that's to be finalised. I'm also speaking to somebody else in another part of the country for a PAG UK shop as well. Well, we call it a shop, it's a walking centre. So we're looking at
just spreading out.
Spreading out.
This is a franchise that started with one, but you could end up going nationwide with it.
That's it, of course, and that's the planning. That's always the bigger picture. Get us on the high streets. That's what I want to see. You know. So anyone in the town that's struggling and want to get something done, give us an inbox.
Mate, there's 78 towns and cities. Imagine if you had PAG in a Rotherham, in a Telford,
Yeah.
in a Newcastle.
I'm not even bothered if it's got PAG above the wall, as long as they've got the same model as what we're using.
Yes.
They can use whatever name they want, as long as there's something there for the people, and that's what I'm asked about. I'm not asked about the name. PAG UK will do what it does in Rochdale. I don't mind it going to other towns and that. I don't mind them using PAG UK, but if you don't want, so I'm not saying you've got to do it under the PAG banner.
No.
Do it under whatever banner you want to do, but you can use our model because it's a working model and it's
Working.
Rochdale. I mean, one day this week, Phil, or next week, come down to Rochdale, I'll take you on the high street, you can ask the people of Rochdale what they think about the shop.
That'd be good.
Yeah? Or even come on the open day and ask them what do you think
Well,
about it.
I'll be here. I'll probably do a bit of that just to get people's response from external if you want to be filmed.
Even because the door's slightly open, we've had that many people come in. Yeah, that's happening 30, 40 times a day. What you hear, what you're doing. A lot of them think we're selling stuff, I know, but we're not. But that's awareness because they leave knowing what PAG UK do and what's happening in the town. So whether they come in to buy something or trying to buy something or whatnot, you know, they leave knowing what PAG UK do and what's
Field of
happening.
dreams, mate. Build it and they will come. And you've built it and you can see they're coming.
Yeah,
So that's brilliant.
Well, we always knew it was going to happen, didn't we? We were never in any doubt.
Yeah.
The only thing I have daily doubts about is paying the bills, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
stress. And I want to get back on with the meat and bones, what we call it.
Once you're up there, up and running, then
That's
hopefully
it.
you can get back to that. Right, I'm going to call it a day, guys. This is Red
Cheers,
Pill
guys.
Phil. Nice one, Billy. Nice one, guys. Good luck for next week. I'll be here anyway. And Wayne, are you still going to wear that dress that we were talking about last time?
No, it's been sold.
It's sold. Have you sold it on purpose?
Well, higher heels I've got. I'm going to get my hair done.
Are you?
Hairdressers and everything, yeah.
Right.